It's Sunday morning. I'm Hugh Keaton.
And I'm Bill Snyder. We're going to start off with Hurricane Katrina.
Friday, we marked 20 years since the storm wiped out so much of South Mississippi, forever changing our lives.
Yeah, this morning we're going to focus on Katrina and our community's journey back from the brink.
And we begin with then Senate Majority Leader Trent Lott, who I had a chance to talk with about the hurricane. Joined in Pascagoula by former Senator Trent Lott. Senator, you're still around, although I know you live in Washington most of the time. What does the coast mean for you now, even so long after your service?
Well, I'll always have special memories and a special feeling about the Gulf Coast. I represented the Gulf Coast 39 years in the Congress, actually, and I still think an awful lot about it. Of course, Katrina wiped out our house like a lot of other people along the coast, but I still look for occasions to come here and be with old friends and neighbors like the Jackson County Republican women who helped get me started in politics way back in 1972. So it's great to be here.
So we're 20 years after Hurricane Katrina now. As far as that recovery process goes, when you look around the coast now, what do you see and what do you think?
You know, for several years after Katrina, I really worried about, are we going to recover? Biloxi kind of got ahead of the game a little bit, did better, I thought, than some of the rest of the coast. But Pascagoula has really shown great movement the last 5 years. Having a good mayor and good supervisors makes a difference. And Jay Willits, the mayor here in Pascagoula, I've really noticed a tremendous improvement just in the last 5 years. So I went down and looked at my old vacant lot in Pascagoula and went by my old home there on 12th Street in Pascagoula. I'll always have my fondest memories of Pascagoula, Mississippi.
How difficult was it in those days after the storm to get the relief, get the aid that was so needed, that you played a critical role in?
Well, Mississippi was blessed. At that moment, Haley Barbour was our governor, who had really good connections in Washington. Thad Cocker and I were both in the Senate. He was chairman of appropriations. I was the majority leader in the Senate. And we had Chip Pickering and Roger Wicker in the House. So we had a good team. And we were able to get good appropriations through the House and quickly through the Senate. Billions of dollars were quickly made available for the state to recover. So we were blessed and I think did well after the hurricane.
When you look at your long career, how does what you did after Katrina during the storm stack up as far as your overall accomplishments?
Well, you know, I saw a lot of challenges when I was in Congress, including military events. But nothing could compare to Katrina when you lose everything you have and when your neighbors lost everything they had. But then you see the ability of people to pull together, you know, neighbors helping neighbors. I remember when I was out in the yard working, pulling limbs and stuff and picking up debris, somebody came by with hot lunch in a styrofoam container, best meal I ever had. But also I had an African-American professional basketball player that pulled up with a bulldozer and said, where can we go to help you? And I said, we've got a school teacher right down the street there. She can't get in and out of the house, go help her. I mean, the way we pulled together all along the coast. I went over to Bay St. Louis. I looked up right over to the railroad track, and what did I see? Men with turbans on. They were Hindus from Memphis that had come down to help us on the coast. So tragedies like that can teach an awful lot about the good side of human nature.
Right, a lot of people coming together. Let's change the subject, talk about news of the day. What do you see right now with the Republican Party, how things are going? It can be controversial at times with the way the president does things, but you feel like that the party and the country is pulling in the right direction?
I think it is. I really like the leadership in Congress. John Thune, who took my place as majority leader in the Senate, and Michael Johnson, the Speaker in the House, is from Louisiana. He did go to LSU, but he's coming to the LSU Ole Miss ball game. So we've got good leadership there, but you know, the main thing in Washington, everything is driven, good, bad, and ugly, by Donald Trump. We got a president who will act. He secured the border. He's helping secure peace around the world. It's an unusual time, but it's times like these where you see the really good side of leadership in America. I think Mississippi's congressional delegation does a really good job. Congressman Mike Ezell, Trent Kelly from North Mississippi, Roger Wicker, Cindy Hyde-Smith. We've got a good team up there.
All right. Senator Trent Lott, thanks so much for talking with us, and good to see you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.